Thursday, December 11th, and we have a fantastic matchup for Thursday Night Football between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. And in this video, you are going to get the 4 best player props for that game. I'm also going to be throwing at you my favorite player to get into the end zone on Thursday, but we're not done there because then we're going to take it over to the sports books, and I'm going to give you my sports book play of the day. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, the unders, the overs, all of that in this video. So make sure you're paying attention, make sure you're locking in, and get ready to go bananas.
Sub to the channel, we drop picks on the daily, dropping knowledge every day, and you don't have to pay me, we just keep stacking wins while the rest moving lazy.
Now gang, before we get rocking and rolling and going over all these free plays I have cooked up for you for Thursday, there's a little bit of something I need from you. Absolutely free, super simple, very easy. Go ahead, smash that like button, because when you do, if we get 200 likes on this video, one of you will win all of the profits from the sportsbook play of the day. I'm going to put $100 of my very own money on that play. It's a plus money play. One of you will get all the profits below. Just smash the like button and comment below. And if you're new here, if you haven't already, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. I give out these free plays every single day, cooking up in the kitchen, releasing it to the public so you guys can lock in more flips. So go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss a free play drop. And the single most important thing that you can do, go down below. My buddy Stan's in the description. He's waiting for you, and he's got so much to offer. He's going to send you over to Winible, where you can get more free plays, bonus free plays every single day. On top of that, cheat sheets that literally are printing money right now. So get on over there and get all of those free plays that we have to offer over on the Winible. And not to mention, he's got tons of offers for you to lock in all of these plays in this video and beyond for absolutely free, not risking any of your own money at all, which is super important, and it'll help you build your bankroll without coming out of pocket. Now, before we get into any kind of recap, any kind of anything, we have to get this off of our chest. Gambling involves significant risk. There are no guarantees of profit, and you could lose some or all of your money. The content in this video for informational, educational, entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial or legal advice. Past performance is not indicative of future results. We are not responsible for any losses that may occur as a result of using the information provided here. Viewers must be 18 or older or legal age in their jurisdiction to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, please seek help. Responsible gambling resources are down below. 1-800-GAMBLER in the United States. This video may contain affiliate links. We may receive a commission for signups made through those links. My buddy Stan's got them all, and you'll get ways to lock these plays in for free. Now that we've said all that, we have to say all this. We had a monumental Wednesday. What a great day on the books for us. A clean sweep in premium, 3-0 on the books. We have one more play. It's a player prop play. Typically, I do more of those, especially on Sundays. But we only have one on this small slate for Wednesday, and we are right there. We need one more point for Luka. I'm recording this right now, and it's currently halftime in that Lakers game. Speaking of the Lakers, hopefully they have a nice second half, because that was part of the free play. Purdue did cover the -8.5 that we had them for, or -19.5, because we took the straight up line, so you could have taken that by itself. It was absolutely beautiful. I might actually be the best in the world at college basketball. We'll find out as we go along, but we are printing right now, especially for the cheat sheets and over in premium. Now, premium, we had this play, Baylor and Norfolk State. We knew Baylor was going to win. Wasn't really worth taking. It was a little bit, but we loved the over in this game. So we smashed that over 141.5. Then we had Notre Dame to win that game, followed by the under 243.5 in the Suns Thunder game. That was an absolute embarrassment by the Oklahoma Thunder. Just straight up destroying the Suns, benching the starters, which is why in yesterday's free play video, we still got 4 props absolutely cooking right now at the time of my recording of this video. And that is why Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was not a part of that player prop parlay. Now, we did take him on the points cheat sheet. He went 1 under. We took him for 30. He had 29. He was the only miss on that cheat sheet. The benching was always a risk, but I did like him for 30 in that game. He got 29. He was right there before he got pulled. But we smashed that play in premium. And we smashed this play too. A nice -132. We had the Thunder We had under 155.5 in that Notre Dame, Idaho potato game. And then we had NC State minus 5.5. Didn't even need to adjust anything on that one. It was an absolute slaughtering in college basketball for us, cashing another slip. And then another play, Baylor minus 19.5, and then the under in the Wisconsin-Nebraska game. Absolutely beautifully crafted, cashing us out once again. I told you, a clean sweep. We're going to get this point. I'm not worried about it at all. It's only halftime. The Lakers are down, so there's no way Luka's probably going to put up 40 in this game. Bookmark it, because the game will be finished by the time this video is released, and you guys will know exactly what he did. But I am very, 99.99999% confident that this play will cash for a 4-0 clean sweep. We swept the books. We have this player prop play to sweep, and we are going to go 4-0 in premium. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then the cheat sheets. I told you, these are released every single day for absolutely free. You can lock them in all together. You can plug and play on your own parlays. You can do whatever you want with this information, but we are printing money with these cheat sheets. As you can see here, 3-0-1 because Devin Booker was a push. Didn't even play in that game because the Suns head coach is probably like, listen, brothers, go ahead and take a night off. You're a little banged up. We're going to get slaughtered. So rest up for the regular season when we're done with this NBA Cup nonsense. I don't know how I feel about that NBA Cup. I mean, it's kind of cool to have a little in-season tournament, but, I mean, does it really do anything? It doesn't, give them any kind of – it only gives them bragging rights and, some kind of trophy. I don't know. Kind of stupid, a little bit gimmicky, but we still love to lock in. And then 8-2 on the college basketball cheat sheet for Tuesday, avoiding the clean sweep. Wisconsin didn't get it done. I did like them in that game against Nebraska. Thought they were going to perform a little bit better. And then Boston University, absolute shocker there. Maine came out of nowhere, won the game against a heavily favored Boston University. So we did not get the clean sweep. It might not even have been Boston University. Maybe it was Boston College and I wrote that wrong. But either way, Maine beat Boston in college basketball, and we went 8-2. But like I said, these cheat sheets, you can lock them in all as one parlay, put a little bit of something on it, and then plug and play, because these are absolute gold, and they will help you cash more slips for absolutely free, just like this. This is what I'm talking about right here. Yesterday, 10-0. You can't even see it. There's so many plays on this parlay, but we clean swept college basketball. It was beautiful. We're going to do it again. We did have, that one was just winners on Monday. Tuesday, however, that was just winners on Tuesday. Wednesday, however, we did take some spreads because some of the teams are just so heavily favored. Taking the money line would have been ridiculous. Anybody could have done that except for Boston because they got their ass kicked by Maine. Now, if you want to get into premium so you can start sweeping more days, cashing more slips, having a ton more fun because winning is just so much better than losing, you can get over onto premium. It's never been cheaper. This pass is gone. That was for UFC 323. That one is cooked right now. Maybe we'll have another one of those popping up eventually. But the cheapest, best way into premium right now is probably code Santa on the NFL NBA season pass. It'll give you 90% off. It's less than $100. It's absolutely, the cheapest way in. I know I get like 85 after Winible takes their cut because they do take a cut, but it's like $100 for the whole entire season, all the way until the end of the NBA championship. You'll make that shit back in a day. You saw what we just did. It's beautiful. Then the monthly pass, let me just explain. This price is the lowest it will ever be, and lowest it will ever will be and ever was. $97 a month. It's going to go back up to $397 very, very soon. But the best thing about this $97 a month, again, this one is pretty much the same price, and you get all the way into the NBA season, the end of NBA season. But if you're scared of commitment and you're a guy or a gal that likes to swipe on Tinder and just do that one night stand type of thing, this month pass might be for you. That way you're not committed. But $97 a month, and if you don't cancel, you're grandfathered in. So when the price goes back up to $397, you will only be paying $97, which is beautiful. And then the last but not least, maybe even cheaper than the other way, lifetime BIP. You can get in right now. I'm going to make this code. You know what? We just swept. We need 1 point from Luka. I'm feeling a little bit generous. 80% off, code Luka, Luka. You'll never have to pay again, and you'll get slips sent straight to your phone every single day to lock in with us. Code Luka, Luka, for 80% off. Now, let's get into what you came for. We have a ton of this to discuss. This game is, I know a lot of you guys on paper might think like, oh, the Bucks they've been playing like dog shit. The Falcons are dog shit. This matchup might not be worth anything at all. I'm here to tell you otherwise slightly, because I don't know how good the game will be that we're going to watch on Thursday, but I do know that the picks will be good that we're locking in for Thursday. So let's talk about them, let's discuss them, and let's break them down. And we're going to start over here on the Atlanta Falcons side of the ball, because we love Bijan to have a day on Thursday. And I like him through the air. I really do. I think he's going to be a check down monster for Kirk Cousins. On the ground, the Buccaneers defense is a little bit better. I mean, it's still Bijan Robinson. He could very well do both in this game and go well over his line of 120 through the air and on the ground. But I think the real hidden gem on the player prop side of things is Bijan for 30 receiving yards. I think he's going to be, like I said, an absolute check down monster for Kirk Cousins. The Buccaneers receiving yards allowed 27th in the entire NFL. They are not good in the slightest at stopping anything through the air. Now, you got to factor in Kirk Cousins. He's not good. He's aging. He was the backup. Penix got hurt. So now we got Daddy Kirk. And I don't think he's going to be able to do too much in this game, but he's going to have to lean on his alpha on the offensive side of the ball. So we're going to take Bijan here all day long, over 29.5. Head-to-head as well, the data is there. He got 100 yards through the air just back in September of this season. Now, last season he got 43, and then he only got 16 in that game. The Falcons actually won that game. I don't think that's going to happen this year. The Falcons also won that game last October as well. But Tampa Bay, 23-20. Now, I know that Tampa Bay is the better team, but it's a primetime game. The Falcons are in the division. You never know what's going to happen. I know it's Kirk behind center, but we'll see how that all plays out. But we absolutely love Bijan in this matchup. I know he only got 8 against Seattle, but Seattle's defense is very, very good. Every other time this in his last 10, he's 7 for 10 in his last 10, and he's averaging 43.8. I absolutely love this prop. I would probably take him up to 50 receiving yards. I do like his 120 rushing and receiving yards as well, but I trust him a little bit more through the air, especially the way that the lines are set in this matchup. So for all of those reasons that I just listed, we're taking Bijan here over 29.5 receiving yards. And now we're going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers side of things, and we're taking Bucky Irving over 13.5 rushing attempts. I do think the Bucs might pull away. That gives even more time for them to bleed the clock. I think they're going to put the ball in Bucky's hands. I know that they're getting all their weapons back. They're getting Mike Evans. Chris Godwin's back on the field. They got Igbuka, who's been playing a little bit worse as of late. They get McMillan. He's a threat deep. But Baker does not look like Baker as of late, and we think that they're going to lean on the running game. Bucky Irvin's been back. He's getting healthier and healthier as the weeks go on now that he's back on the field, because he did have that hiatus, remember, for being injured. But either way, he's done this in 10 of his last 10 games, averaging 17.5 rush attempts per game. And even in that ugly loss to the New Orleans Saints, where they got absolutely shocked and everybody busted their slips in that matchup, 24-20, we like Bucky to have a day. He got 15 in that game. He's going to get at least 15 in this game. I like him for at least 13.5. I think he gets up to about 17, 18 in this matchup realistically. So 13.5 should be fairly easy. And as you can see there, 25th in the league in rushing attempts against. And that has a lot to do with garbage time, because the Atlanta Falcons are not good. Their defense is pretty good at stopping the run and at stopping the pass. They got a decent defense, but I do think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are probably going to pull away a little bit in this one. They're going to have a nice bounce back after that absolute embarrassment last week. It's still a divisional game. It's going to be a little bit tough, but I do like the Bucs, and I like Bucky Irvin to get it done for us. So we're taking him for over 13.5 rushing attempts on Thursday. And next, we're going to stay right there with Rachaad White on the ground and through the air for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I know we took Bucky Irving to get his rushing attempts, and I do think he runs the ball more than Rachaad White. But Rachaad White is the back that comes out of the outfield and catches passes, and I expect Baker to do just that. I know he's getting all of his weapon back, like I just said, for the Bucky prop, but I think Baker, who is not the same Baker, he just isn't right now. I'm not going to keep saying that, but he's not. So we like Rachaad White here for over 29.5 rushing and receiving yards. I think he can get this easily through the air by itself. And then when we add in his rush attempts, because he will be on the field a ton, I think this easily clears. He's averaging 55 in his last 10 games. He's cleared this line in 9 of his last 10 games. Rushing yards allowed, the Falcons 24th in the NFL. Now that's a little bit skewed because I do think they're a good defense, but they do allow a lot of rushing yards. I just think it's because the teams, like I said, that garbage time, those teams are constantly running on them. Receiving yards allowed, 10th in the entire NFL. But when you break it down to just the running back position, there are neutral rankings for both rushing and receiving yards. I do think that they're going to be checking it down a lot. Baker's been underperforming. They got to get him hot again. And the easiest way is for little dump down passes to our boy Rachaad White. I like him in this matchup for over 50 yards through the ground or on the ground and through the air. 29.5 is absolutely beautiful. We're not touching it. We're not altering it. And it's funny because the line movement is telling us that he's going to crush this projection. Don't be surprised if by the time you see this video and you go to lock in, it could be higher than 29.5. I like it up to 40 if I'm being completely honest with you. Anything under that, I'm still going to take the over. Why do I say the line movement? Because when I locked this play in earlier in the day, it was 27.5, which was even more beautiful because we like the lower yards. What if he gets 28? That's going to fucking piss me off. But we love him for 29.5. That 27 was great, but the line movement's there, which is a clear indicator that the books and everybody is taking Rachaad White to go over this line. So we're following suit. We're taking what we're reading, and we're taking Rachaad White here over 29.5 rushing and receiving yards. And the last player on our player prop 4-man is Zane Gonzalez, the kicker from the Atlanta Falcons, over 5.5 kicking points. I chuckle a little bit because kicking props, they're ugly, but he cashes a ton. He's done this in 8 of his last 10. He's averaging 7.9 over that 10-game span. I know that kicking points against Tampa Bay ranks 8th in the NFL. They have a good defense. They don't really allow a lot of field goals. That's because they give up a lot of touchdowns. But in this matchup, I think they're going to be able to hold the Atlanta Falcons out of the end zone. They got Kirk Cousins at center. I think they're going to struggle in that area. I think they're going to hold the Falcons to be kicking field goals instead of scoring touchdowns in this matchup. We like Zane Gonzalez to get it done, getting over 5.5 kicking points. Ugly, but as long as it greens, who cares? We'll take a kicker prop every once in a while. And you can lock these plays in for absolutely free. You go over to Prizepicks, you play $5, and you get $50 instantly with code FFAPE. You go over to Dabble, you get $25 for absolutely free just for signing up with code FTMCOX, FTMCOCKS. And you can lock these plays in for absolutely free. But the one I recommend the most, because some of these are knocked down just a little bit. We did take a couple alt lines. You can't do that on Dabble. You can do that on Prizepicks, but the promo is just that much better. Over on Sleeper, with code FFAPE, you get a free $20. You get a $100 deposit match, and they're going to give you a free square to lock in, something like LeBron James to score just 1 point. You can make this a 5-man and cash this slip out. So we absolutely love this one for Thursday over on Sleeper. And when you sign up for any of those apps, to include the ones I just listed or any of those down below that my buddy Stan has there for you, you get a free 30 days of premium. Just text my number below. I'll send you over a code so you can lock in for 30 days for absolutely free. Now let's talk about who I love to get into the end zone on Thursday. And we're taking Mike Evans from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to find the end zone on Thursday. He's coming back, his first game back since injuring his collarbone all those weeks ago. He's going to be active. And there's a little trend that's been a little kind of unspoken and gone without witness all NFL season long. When the players that are injured come back, they typically find the end zone. Not to mention, he's one of Baker's favorite targets in the red zone area. We like Mike Evans to get into the end zone on Thursday for a nice plus 172 play. And if you want my favorite I'll probably do 2. We do a 3-man for a Sunday full slate. This is just one game. I don't think there's going to be a ton of touchdowns to go around. It's a primetime game. It could be very ugly like Monday Night Footballs. But I'll be doing a 2-man over on Winible for you guys for absolutely free. So if you want another touchdown score to either take by itself or match up with Mike Evans or just put on whatever parlay that you cook up yourself, you can get over to Winible and you'll see my other favorite player to find the end zone on Thursday. So get on over there and get that for absolutely free. Now let's get over to the sports book. We got something cooked up. It's a plus money play. Absolutely love it. Let's have a day. And here it is. We're taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers minus 2.5. I think they win by a field goal. I do think it's a pretty close game, but I do like them by a field goal in this matchup. And Baker Mayfield, his line's set at 202.5 through the air. I'm knocking that all the way down to 175. He's just not the same Baker. He's not hitting 200 yards like he used to. Trust me, I know. Not only am I the sports bettor, but Baker's been on my fantasy roster all season long, and he has not been performing as of late. So we're going to take him for that 175 because I do think he, at the very least, gets 180 to 190 in this matchup. And then we're taking Chris Godwin. He's the wide receiver, too, now that Mike Evans is coming back. We don't know how much Mike Evans is going to be involved in this offense. Egbuka has been playing poorly as of late. Chris Godwin for 15 yards. We absolutely love that. He could do that with 1 reception. And then Bijan Robinson. I told you I love him through the air, but I do like him on the ground for a little bit as well. Think he probably covers that 120 prop for rushing and receiving. But we're going to take him right here for 40 all rushing yards, smashing these all together for a nice plus 147 play. So when we put $100 on this play, one of you, if we get 200 likes, that comments below, we'll get $147 sent to you from me just for playing along on the video. And you can lock this in for absolutely free. Now, I apologize. The ONYX promo that I've been showing you guys has changed. That was a Thanksgiving special that ended. So now it is $10. You deposit $10, you get $100 right into your account in the form of bonus bets. It was $200 for a little while. Maybe it will be again, but right now it's $100, and it's still a fantastic promo because all you got to do is put $10 in. So use code FFAPE, put your $10 in, play your $10, and get $100 in bonus bets. Those are the plays for Thursday. Thank you guys so much for your time. Premium is ecstatic. We're blowing up on the Discord. Everything is amazing. We're going to keep on riding the wave. Ladies and gentlemen, come ride with us. We'll see you in the next free play video for Friday. This weekend is going to be massive. We have some bowl games. We have NFL. We have the NHL, NBA. Everything is just here for the taking. So come on back. We'll see you on Friday and then all weekend long. Thank you guys so much for your time. I really do appreciate all the support. We'll catch you on Friday for that free play video.